It's life lessons with a holistic approach. Welcome to Life Lessons with Leo.
Good evening, fam, and thank you again for joining me on Life Lessons with Leo. This is Leo, and tonight we're going to be doing a spread on how to reduce our anxiety and our stress. We're going to be using the Spirit Song Tarot. This beautiful, beautiful deck. I'm absolutely loving it right now. I love all my decks, but I'm particularly drawn to a few. So let me go ahead and get in sync with my guides and my team. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. I love the way these cards feel in my hand. It's magical, to say the least. I just feel really in tune and in sync with them, and I think that's important with all of your decks. Just like with many things, there's always going to be ones that stick out to you more than others. So, all right. So the first card we're going to draw. Oh. All right. So the first card that we're going to draw is going to be our current reality. And we've got the Ace of Feathers, mental clarity and foundation. The second card that we're going to draw is going to be how can we center ourselves? And we've got the Knight of Feathers, which is action and focus. The next card we're going to draw is the best way for us to relax. And we've got the Seven of Crystals with options and results. And the fourth card is going to be how can we stop worrying about the future? And we've got the Ten of Acorns, which is responsibility and dedication. Those seem to be laid out quite perfectly, if I might say so myself. So let's look at our first card, the Ace of Feathers, mental clarity and foundation. All right, and in the Ace of Feathers, we've got the goat. Skilled at traveling through artist terrains, Goat is your sure-footed guide into uncharted facets of the self. Determined and self-reliant, he will direct you in expanding the confidence needed to ascend to new heights, while at the same time establishing a foundation on which to stand. Goat is the disciplinarian of activating mental powers that spark progress and growth. Be receptive to insightful clarity. By focusing on your intentions, you'll provide yourself with a clear plan. Embark on a new adventure with the trust that your efforts will harvest a prosperous future. So this is our current reality. And so we've got keywords such as clarity, new ideas, effort, vision, a breakthrough, new beginnings, and honesty. So when we think about reducing anxiety and stress, maybe we're getting ready to start a new adventure and we have some normal levels of anxiety attached to that, and that's okay. What the goat is telling us is that we need to have mental clarity in order for us to move forward without that level of stress. Next, we have how can we center ourselves, and we've got the Knight of Feathers. And for the Knight of Feathers, we have this beautiful coyote with him saying action and focus. So how can we center ourselves? It says Coyote has an inquiring mind and is an intense observer. Already this is telling me that we need to be the observer of ourselves, and we need to center ourselves by coming in and looking from our higher mind, from our higher self. It says he is a revealer of truth behind illusion and always cuts to the chase. Working with his resources, he doesn't let anything block his progress. Coyote is your guide in putting your goals into action, and he challenges you to strike while the iron is hot. Focus your energy on communicating your ideas and demonstrate how much you're in control. If you feel conflicted in making your move, now is the time to grant enough faith in yourself to overcome fear. Be aware and informed, and know that you will be able to deal with any roadblocks as they arise by adjusting plans as needed. So we've got our keywords, which are plans in action, focus, courage, assertive, problem solver, strategy, and warrior. So when we think about having the ability to center ourselves, we want to kind of be hyper-focused right now. We want to be hyper-focused so that we can see everything laid out on the map and see what direction we want to go. All right, next we have the best way for us to relax, and we've got the Seven of Crystals with options and results. So we have the Aardvark for the Seven of Crystals, and it says, intuitive Aardvark overcomes stumbling blocks that would otherwise prevent him from attaining his goals. Intently exploring his pathway, he knows how to sniff out what's best for him. When facing friction, he roots around to find solutions and pauses and reflects before choosing the wisest road to travel. Remain patient and acknowledge all you've achieved thus far. Evaluate the results of your past choices and concentrate on your strengths while reviewing the life you're building. As you work towards manifesting your inspirations, remain confident that your efforts will prove rewarding. So our key words with the Seven of Crystals is options, results, direction, planning, focus, manifestation of ideas, and reaping rewards. So since this card is about the best way to relax, what I'm really getting is us being open to the options that we have. I think when we put the blinders on, that creates more anxiety because we think there's not another way out, and there is. And the Seven of Crystals is telling us that we have options. The fourth card is how can we stop worrying about the future? And we've got this beautiful 10 of acorns. Look at this artistry. Love this deck. And for the 10 of acorns, we have the donkey, and he stands for responsibility and dedication. It says, trustful donkey carries the willingness to take on responsibility. He personifies determination and bears a deep spiritual dedication to complete tasks. Yet donkey also knows his boundaries. He's here to remind you that when obligating yourself to personal endeavors and the demand of others, consider whether you're taking on more than you can handle. When burdened by too many activities at once, perception and creativity can be blocked. Energies can be weighed down by overcommitment. Dig yourself out of the drudge by setting limitations. Break away from situations that are detrimental to your health and dedicate time for personal restoration. In clearing away the clutter, you're inviting deeper clarity and joy into your life, in turn bringing back your personal power. The key words for the 10 of acorns is responsibility, overload, dedication, skill, extreme effort, demands, and duty. So with him being in the position of what can we do to stop worrying about the future, we need to make sure that we are responsible for our things. So that means that we need to be good prioritizers and not, like it said, taking too much onto our plate. I'm going to pull one card from the bottom of the deck as a special message from Spirit. And we get the Sun. Look at that. Vitality and joy. It's saying we need to get our vitamin D on. So we've got the Hummingbird. And it says, Hummingbird's rays reach out, warming everything in his path. He is your playful messenger of light and joy, and he thrives in an environment of beauty. As a healer, he draws energy from the nectars of life to create his own healing elixirs. With his ability to fly backwards, he taps into happy memories from the past, which gives him renewed energy. As with the sun itself, Hummingbird brings enlightenment to all in his presence. Enjoy and celebrate the fruits of your labor. Your future is bright and filled with beautiful possibilities. And his keywords are vitality, freedom, energy, renewal, joy, celebration, enthusiasm, and enlightenment. And what I really, really think is driving this home is that we all need to take a moment and let ourselves be renewed from our responsibilities. We've got this, so there's no need to stress, and obviously we're headed in the right direction. All right, family, thank you for joining me once again, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and I hope that you have a kick butt Friday tomorrow. All right, night everyone.